Yeah, so for everybody who doesn't know, let them know what trick is.
All right, so trich is a sexually transmitted infection, because we don't use the word disease anymore, that is caused by a parasite. Not
Oh,
like a crabs-like parasite, but,
yeah,
just
like the
microscopic.
bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy treated. I think it's like standard antibiotics, call it a day.
yeah.
It's
So
like
I
chlamydia
think,
and gonorrhea and like all of them, except for like herpes, HIV. I think those are the only two you can't really cure.
yeah.
Everything else is like, all right, you can take in a round of antibiotics and be fine.
hmm So I don't think like people talk about it, but I definitely think that they should. It should just be things shouldn't be like on hush hush, you know?
Right. And it's like, it's okay to say, what if there was an open discussion and saying, okay, if you get burned, it happens, but for you to be, cool to be shooting, you need to have a clean and your next clean test, or two clean tests, or three clean tests, or whatever it is that makes people comfortable, and make sure that you've got a good test.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've had some male talents that are saying that would say, hey, I need 3 months of clean tests before I'll shoot with anybody. Okay, that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little excessive in my mind, but I mean, for those of us who like, for those who just like continually have clean tests, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But I thought about it. I was like, I've kind of told people, it's like, I kind of really I'd prefer to have at least 2 months of clean testing, just because I don't mind if someone gets something. It's part of the risk. It happens. I don't think anything less of anybody who has. Um, it's just, again, we want to protect everybody's health. And so be a grown up and say, hey, I need to get a new test, and then follow
Yeah.
through and get the things. Um, there's been plenty of times, I get paranoid. I overthink constantly.
hmm
And I'll be like, oh, I've got a twinge or a cramp. Oh no, I've got an STD. But I get tested usually like when I'm shooting every 14 days. So
Okay.
no, it's just me being paranoid because of what I do. And,
hmm
I'm considering constantly the worst case scenario so I can be prepared for whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Call it being a
So,
little bit of a realist.
okay. So how when you're getting ready to shoot a scene, how does a woman need to prepare herself?
Wash your coochie and wash your butt. That is the one of the things that I've run across, is that personal hygiene is not always where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Like I've had several people compliment me on my personal hygiene, and I feel
Mhm.
like if I'm gonna have a reputation for something, good hygiene is a good thing to have
Yeah.
a good reputation with. Okay, I would rather be like, oh, this bitch gives like the best blowjobs ever. No, she has like some of the best hygiene. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it, because I'm pretty damn good at everything else too. But in a world where that's not something people are praised on, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Um, I think, like, make sure, if there are some girls who don't shave and they have little bushes and stuff, but groom, do what you need to do to make yourself presentable,
hmm
makeup, have your nails done. Like, I wouldn't go on set with my nails not done right now. Like, this is just, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And sorry,
Oh, you
I got a
broke.
phone call, so let me throw it back in. Dude, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I threw it in do not disturb. My mom was calling, I'm sure, to check on me. Sorry. I'll call her back.
Okay, yeah. So I think another big thing that people need to know is that they need to get a pedicure and make sure the bottom of their feet are clean.
Yes, always make, like, think about how, like, we have feet fetish people who will look at your feet during a scene,
Yeah.
and if your feet look janky, you lose a whole part of people who are into it. And
hmm
I wouldn't even show my feet to anybody right now, because I haven't done manis or petties.
Yeah.
I do that again. That's going to be part of, like, in about a week or so, I'll start doing my
Yeah.
glam. That's why I'm wearing a bandana, because we have it colored, and we're
So
not,
Yeah, I don't think people get that. You have to really understand that the customer is looking at every single part of your body. So
Exactly.
you can't be bent over and your feet are black as fuck. And but even outside of this industry, you should just keep your feet done. Like as a woman, you gotta go get a pedicure, at least going there once a month. And that's pushing it.
Mhm.
Doing this
Exactly.
industry, I have to go get this my feet changed every week because I'll shoot so much and then it'll be the same color. They want to see different colors, and then just, when it gets crusty, they gotta scrape that shit off. I'm always showing them off. So I want my feet to look their best, like at all
Exactly.
times. So I think that's another big thing. And then just fresh breath. That's
Yes,
important.
I won't shoot with someone who's been drinking, not because I care that they drink, because I don't like the smell. And
Mhm.
so if you're going to drink, you have to brush your teeth and mouthwash, and I can't smell it.
Yeah.
I can't smell it because it's immediately my pussy will dry up. No,
But
it's
that's
just
also another rule that people don't know is when you're going to shoot professional scenes, that's one of the things you cannot come to set when you've been drinking. You have to treat it like a job,
yeah.
and
You
it's
know,
not just fun and party.
there are some sets that I've been on where they're like, no, we don't smoke, we don't do anything. And so I know that if I need to smoke, which I smoke from the minute I get up to the minute I go to bed,
Yeah.
I smoke all day, which
Yeah.
you and I've talked about.
Hmm.
And it's just really because it's anxiety management and it keeps me from wanting to peel my skin off. Because if I don't smoke, I'm a neurotic, crazy person and I'm stressed about everything.
Hmm.
Um, Working on that in therapy, just throw that out there. But um, I've been on those sets and I'm like, okay, well, I think ahead. I was like, okay, well, I need to smoke before I go in. Or, all right, cool. You don't want me to smoke on set. I'm going to go step to my car for a minute. I'm going to go get my my mindset, and I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hmm.
One of my biggest pet peeves is waiting. Like, I feel like if you want me to respect your time and be here on time, then you need to respect mine and be ready on time.
Oh yeah.
And, or, I've had people like they got to go sit there and smoke a whole blunt while everybody else is waiting on them. You should have planned your time better.
Yeah.
Do that while smoke your blunt while everybody's getting ready. Say, okay, we're shooting at 9 o'clock. Be ready at 9 o'clock. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
show up at 9 o'clock and spend the next hour doing your makeup.
Yeah.
Be respectful of the fact that people have schedules and their time is valuable. That's something that I've had to learn in the industry is my time has value.
Yeah.
And so if I'm sitting here and you want me to come to do a shoot and then you're like, all right, I want you to be at the hotel, because a lot, we use hotels a lot because the backgrounds are banging. I want you to be at the hotel at 4 o'clock because check-in's at 3 and we'll get started at like 6. And that gives us time to get in there, visit a little bit because, you have to get the vibe going and,
Okay,
make it
so
so the
how do
scene's
you get
organic.
that chemistry sparked, especially with someone like you've never met?
Well, there's a lot of conversation. I usually talk to people for a few weeks before, at least a week, 2 weeks before I shoot with them, just because I want the scene to be organic. I want us to have a cool vibe. I want to know that they don't like their butt touched. I want to know that they like their nipples licked or whatever. I want to know those kind of things so that when we're in the scene, I can throw something in, or I don't do something that's going to make them go, ah,
Yeah.
because how some men are about certain things, and you just
Mhm.
it's just like I'm weird. Don't surprise me and try and put anything in my butt. If we have to talk about it beforehand before you touch my butt.
Yeah.
Like don't be slipping tongues in there while I was saying, hey, I like eating ass. Okay, I know you might do that and I'm prepared,
Yeah.
but if you stick your tongue in my ass and I have no idea it's coming, you're gonna have to peel me off the ceiling because it's gonna shock me and I'm gonna be like and the scene's ruined. Or it goes into the bloopers. I mean, I just, and then, when we get to when we get to the place, it's usually, most of the people I work with, we all smoke, or, a couple people, that sometimes they'll have a drink before they shoot to get loose. Go brush your teeth and we're fine. You know,
Yeah.
we all have our weird rituals. of things that we like to do. Some people have to go smoke like 5 cigarettes before they go because they just have to get whatever. It doesn't matter. Just whatever your routine is, it's just try and be respectful of the fact that other people's time is valuable. And it's just as my time is no more valuable than the production's time and no more valuable than the other talent's time. Like
Yeah.
we are all equally important. It can't work without all of us here. So be respectful and mindful that you're not the most important person on set. We're all equally important and all of our time is valuable.
Yeah.
And it's just, just be respectful. Treat
Yeah.
people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, for sure. And that goes for doing photo shoots and stuff, because I've done photo shoots with girls several times, and okay, minus this last one, these last couple photo shoots. But like most of the ones I do, the girls show, like I'll say a certain time, they'll be late off rip, and then they still have to come and get ready. If I'm showing up to somebody's spot, 9 times out of 10, my makeup's gonna be done before I
I'm
get
shoot
there.
ready
And
when I show up. I just have
unless,
to put my outfit on. I might have to darken my lipstick or something, but I'm
yes,
shoot ready. Or I say, hey, I get it to where I'm like, okay, we're going to get there and we have an hour to set up. I've got a few minutes to like put my nails on if I didn't have time to go get them done. Or no, I'm like at least 98% ready to go.
yeah. And so I just think that's something else that needs to be addressed. Etiquette during scenes and etiquette during photo shoots, because there's no rules when you get in this industry. You just literally have to figure everything out for yourself. And if you learn from the wrong person or the wrong company or the wrong other creator or something, that's challenging. So did you have any struggles in the beginning, or maybe someone who you like, oh yeah, I like what they're doing, let me take their advice, and it like backfired on you?
Um, there's been a couple of people who their advice has not been in my best interest. Um, and usually I try to take what I can from any situation, positive or negative. There's been, I've had a couple of falling outs with people that I really did care about. And it was very difficult because, I thought these people were like for lifers. And, you and we've talked about this is like people are here for a reason, a season, and for life. And so anytime anybody I meet that I vibe with, I'm like, I want to keep you forever because, I love you. And, I love my friends because everybody brings something special to the table and they all have different strengths. And so I deeply love my friends. And so it's a tough loss for me when I fall out with people. And like there's a couple of people who I've fallen out with recently, and it's been really sad. But I still want them to eat, and I want them to succeed and get everything that they have coming to them and deserve in life. I have no ill will towards anybody. I don't like it's a waste of energy. And I really do. I try to focus on what positive can I take out of negative situations. What did I learn from this? What can I apply going
Everything's
forward?
definitely a learning
It
experience for
is.
sure.
And really and truly, if you're not learning something new every day, what are you doing? And so I get excited when I learn a new thing. And, even though some lessons are more painful than others, you live and you learn and you grow, and you just have to hope that the good things you do can outweigh the bad in the long run.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
So tell us about your favorite scene, or do you have a favorite scene that you've shot?
Honestly, I think my favorite scene from this year or from last year was shooting with Christian for purebbw.com.
Okay.
Because he made me feel so unbelievably comfortable. We clicked, we had really great chemistry. He gave me, he's like, okay, we're going to shoot this time, we're going to do this. He was so organized. I was like, I want to be like you when I grow up, because he was just everything that I would expect and that I would want. in a shoot, and we had great scenes. You know, we're already planning to shoot again this year
Okay.
because you know we worked so well together, and you know he's really got a good dick. I was like, can I get a little more? I really genuinely enjoyed shooting with him. It was great. And his with production with Jen, she was Dirty Diva Entertainment. She was fantastic. You know, it was like, it was really just probably the smoothest thing I had did all year. It was
Okay.
great. And I can't say enough about how much I enjoyed shooting with them. They were just a great team. They were on it. Everything was great. Christian was awesome. It was just uh, it was just fabulous.
Okay.
But that is not to say I like, and of course me, I'm always afraid I'm going to offend people.
Hmm.
I worked with a lot of amazing people this year. Or last year, a lot of amazing people, and too many to name. And some of them I'm going to be working with again this year.
Okay.
Some of them not so much, but you know, that's again, you know, different directions, different niches,
Mhm.
different, you know, I'm not good for their platform. They're not good for mine, whatever, but I still love them.
Yeah. Okay, so name 3 people you haven't worked with that you want to work with.
Ooh, hold on. I have a list.
Okay, cool.
I have a list. Yeah,
Name drop it here.
I got a list of people that I have not shot with that I want to.
Okay.
There. Oh, nope, getting there. Sorry, coming. It's like 3 pages long.
Okay. So let's sip some tea.
Wrong book. Wrong. Oh no. I know one that I want to work with this year that I didn't get a chance to with last year. Well, we did a little bit of a blowjob scene, but we
Mhm.
didn't get to do a full scene. Was Nasty Montana?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I know who that is.
I
So
love him.
before I lost my page at like 20,000 followers, which I need to get that back in 2022. But
It's coming. It's coming. Speak it
I
into
lost it.
existence, girl.
We're falling. And I think he was just kind of starting off, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't that far into it,
He is
right?
so sweet. I love him to death. Let's see. So this is one of my lists.
Okay, so who's all on the list?
Let's see. Jay
Pick your
Nasty.
shirt up. Pick your shirt up. Okay, the side looked like it was like gonna fall off. I
Oh,
was
yeah, no,
like,
my nipples are
oh
way down here.
no. Okay, 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 cool.
I got a long boob. I
Okay.
breastfed, so they're kind of. Let's see. I've got Jay Nasty, Artemis, Beeve, Nasty Montana, K Diggs, King, um, Mr. Wet Pleaser. Like I've got K Berg, Hectic, Rico Blaze, Shane Diesel, Dorky Darian, Brickzilla, Ace Hards, Jay Playhards, Mr. Nuts, Puerto Rico Rock, Rome, which that one, you know, that's pretty long off, but I did get to meet him at New Jersey, and he is like the coolest dude. And I had to tell you this. Okay, so he comes up and we're at the shoot house, right?
Hmm.
And I see him, I recognize him because I've been watching his porn forever, and God, how many times I have come watching that man. Um, and I'm standing in the shower, and the shower window opens up to the back porch. And so I'm standing there being stupid, and I've opened the window, and I'm just talking to people while I'm washing up because I'm getting ready to, I think we were getting ready to go to the actual Exotica.
Uh-huh.
And I'd shot a couple of things. So I was like, let me get all cleaned up, whatever. I see him
Mhm.
coming up, and I was like, oh my God, hi, I'm Princess Havoc. I love your work. You're amazing. He was like, thanks, Ma, thanks. And you know, he's very humble, very cool. And I was like, hey, if you have time, can we shoot a scene while you're here? Because, you know, shoot my shot. And he
Yeah.
was like, ah, and I knew that I was like, but you know, he obviously, I knew that he didn't have time. I was just shooting my shot, you know, at some
Yeah.
point, gotta make him remember me, right?
Yeah, for
He
sure.
was like, I don't really have time. I was like, come on, just the tip, just the tip, just the tip. I was like, can I just suck it a little bit? Just take a picture with it. You're like, you're amazing. I love you so much. I'm sorry. I'm such a huge fan. And he's like, I made him laugh. And so, you know, I of course got out of the shower and went out and we took a couple pictures. And I was like, I know you don't you don't know who I am at all. He's like, no, I've seen your page. You're cool. And I was like, but one day I would love to shoot with you if it could ever happen. I have so much respect for you. And I had to fangirl out a little bit, but really, and I am a big fangirl. I will do that, but I have a lot of respect for you. And he was like, oh yeah. And then he sat there and, you know, everybody kind of gathered around and he's just giving us like advice and talking about the industry. And it was a beautiful conversation to see so many different people just sitting there sharing and bonding over
Mhm.
the industry. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's always good when you get around like fellow sex workers, you know, just chit chatting because no one
It
else
is.
understands it.
They
So
don't.
it's like, oh man, yeah, let's talk. Okay,
I love getting in those kind of groups with people.
so who else is on that list?
Let's see. BBW Highway, Plumper
Okay.
Pass, Mr. Man, Mr. Mysterious. I've got girls on here too. Um,
Ooh,
oh, that is so sad.
what?
That's gonna make me cry. At the top of my list, because I had met her at New Jersey, is Jada Bands.
Oh,
And now that's gonna make me cry because we had talked about shooting this year, and as many people know, she passed away, and it was a really big loss. But I didn't remember. I forgot I had it on the list. I didn't just see her. That's so sad.
mm,
Anyway, we can come back to that. Go fuck me, C. Lorraine, Paisley Hayes,
okay, okay.
BB Sunshine, Marie Daly, Julie Ginger, Peach Fuzz, Spooky Fat Brat, Platinum Pussy, Salacious Perception, Savannah Star, Ray Roxoff. There's
Mhm.
more on like 3 more pages. And I don't think we have time for me to list them all, but those are just like some of the people that I'm like really excited about. Oh, Don Prince, um, Julio Gomez is on the list of possibilities for this year.
Okay,
We'll just see.
cool, cool, cool. So
Have
yeah,
to
well,
see
you
if we
got
can make
some.
it happen.
You got to put a lot of work in this year, 2022.
Girl, that girl, January, I'm down. And as soon as this is done, I have no more periods and
Yeah,
I don't have
man,
to
you're
work.
gonna
It
be.
could be great not to have to work around like, oh, I can't shoot this week because I'm on my period and it causes so much pain
Oh
that I
yeah.
can't do anything. So I'm pretty much just stuck. And then, you know,
Yeah.
not everybody gets that sometimes periods, like it's not, girls who don't have bad periods don't understand. Guys, of course, don't really understand unless like their wives or something, which
Mhm.
a lot of guys do have wives in the industry. Um,
So let's
just, you
get
know,
into that. So, do you hide that you're in a relationship? And what do you think about people hiding their relationship or versus not
well, I
hiding?
think that it's your personal life and you can choose to share however much or however little you choose to share. When I
Mhm.
first started in the industry, I never said I wasn't in a relationship, but I never really outright said I was,
Okay.
because at that point I was like, I'm trying to create a fantasy. I'm trying to create a brand. At
Mhm.
this point, a lot of my fans, they like the fact that I have a man at home. You know, when I shoot stuff with these guys, they like the fact that I've got a dude waiting at home, and like they like the fact that he's supportive in whatever I want to do.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, but you know, when we're shooting, it's business. It's not. I'm not shooting because I'm obviously turned on because I don't shoot with people that I wouldn't sleep with outside of porn for the most part.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Because when I look at it, I just look at it as work.
It is just work, but you know, I want all of my stuff to be like as authentic as possible. So I
Mhm.
want you to believe that I actually would fuck this dude.
Okay. Okay.
And I want you to believe I'm actually coming on his dick when I say I'm coming. Like I want it to be organic and real. And so while it is just business, and you know, I do tend to find partners it is just business. Like we get on the camera, we do what we have to do, and then you know, he goes home to his girl and I go home to my man, and it's
Mhm.
like, all right, see you next time, have fun. You
Yeah.
know, that was great scene. I'll see you, we'll do it again. And
Okay.
I think, you
Yeah.
know, I think it just, I don't know. There's not very, like, I have shot with a few people that I wouldn't regularly, like, I wouldn't off the street be like, oh, but I didn't regret that I shot with them because, you know, I enjoyed the experience. It is just, it's always, I try to take something positive from every single shoot. And I try and focus like, okay, maybe he didn't last as long as I wanted him to, but damn, he was good at eating my pussy.
Yeah.
Or his dick wasn't quite as big as I wanted it to be, but he hit that spot. You know, as I try and follow, you know, okay, what did he do good?
Yes.
And focus on that.
So is it easier working with your friends or working with someone who's not really your friend?
That depends, because like my very first paid shoot was Cash for Cream Pies.
Mhm.
And he was very cool. He treated me very well. Like we had a great experience. He flew down here to me because it was like I couldn't afford to fly up there. I literally was like my first 3 months in the industry, so I was like, I had no clue what the fuck I was doing, and I was like, he was like, don't worry, I'll come down to you, no problem. He made it really easy to work. And he paid me pretty decently as well. And I was like, you know, he's actually got the only anal scene I have ever done.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He said, I asked him recently, I was like, hey, you think I could ever get a copy of that scene so I could like throw it out and like put it out? He was like, we'll talk about it. He wasn't against giving it to me because it's been like 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, all right, it's vintage at this point. I was like, or just like a little promo trailer for it so I can link it. I tell my fans, they're like, I want to see that scene, but I only want to buy it from you. I was like, I don't have it. You want it, go to his website. I don't care. Go buy it from him.
Yeah.
Go buy it from him. Support the people who pay. Like if they've got a scene from me and I don't have it, go buy the scene from them. Like I had one of my guys, I told him one of my premium guys on Snap. He was like, how can I get the scene you did with purebbw.com? Go to purebbw.com and get it.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have a copy? Even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you because it's his scene. He paid me for that.
Yeah.
That's not okay. I'm not gonna no. If you want the scene, you have to go buy it. That's as simple as that. As like I've got some promo pictures that he gave me that I asked if I could have because I like to give credit where credit is due, and those were some amazing scenes. You know, any of the people I like, Booby University with Finney, any who else is like anybody who does work, Desire Media, Samaj Media, any of the stuff, like if they edit stuff for that has my pic, that has me in it and it has the watermark, I always want to use it because I want to give credit where credit is due, and I work with some amazingly talented people. And I want everybody to know, okay, if you like what you see, this is who's helping me do it, so you need to book them too, because I think I'm of the mind there's enough success for all of us in the industry. We just need to work together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I was asking you that because my first scene is going to be with two people that I consider a friend. And so, like, I don't know.
Tell me.
Who it is? Or, okay, well, Booby University, so Penny, and then Danica Denali. So we're going to do
I'm so excited for you.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably drop this after we shoot because it's going to be this month on the 11th. Okay. But, yeah, so we're gonna do a scene together, but I'm kind of gonna be the background person, you know, like okay.
Ma'am, I'm going to need you to jump boobs first into shooting with him. Finney is amazing to shoot with.
Well, no, me and him
so
are
comfortable.
Okay, so me and him are gonna do a scene by ourselves, but when it's the three of us, it's gonna be like more of them kind of doing their thing, and I'm kind of in the background.
I better see you licking some pussy while he's fucking her.
No.
Come on.
No, I'm not licking no pussy. I'm not even doing the dick raw. I'm using a condom.
Oh.
I know, but what I tell people is I don't mind doing this, but I don't know if I want to be a porn star. I just will do a scene because it's with my friends.
Come on, best. Sorry, I have to let my dog out, so we're gonna walk through my house.
Okay. Oh, still got the
tree my baby. Hey, you're my baby. Here's my fella, my little pit baby.
Oh.
The
So
beauty of
yeah,
video.
so I don't want to just be a porn star. I'd rather people be like, oh yeah, it's Paisley Hayes, the cam girl, or the phone sex operator, the content creator, the podcaster, the ordained minister that I am. Did I ever tell you that?
I believe you did, actually.
Yeah, so I want to do unorthodox weddings. So if anybody's watching and y'all want strippers twerking down the aisle when y'all come in, y'all want to get married butt ass naked, I'm the girl and I'm ready to do it. It's only like one state that I can't do it in, and it's probably a state I would never go to anyways. I forgot which one.
Sorry, I'm getting
But yeah,
called.
so I don't know. I don't want to do that. And then, I'm trying the YouTube things. I really want to make a good check from YouTube.
Right.
So yeah,
Your goals
but
are different.
yeah.
I knew
So
at 15, I announced at my Girl Scout meeting at 15 that I was going to be a professional slut when I grew up. They were like,
what they
no.
say.
They were like, don't think like that. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I like boys. I'm going to like dick. I'm going to like having sex. I want to have sex. And I'm going to find a way to make money while I have sex.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done.
See, and then that's been another thing. Like, I think if I ever do like a reel just where my mouth is on something raw, it would be a girl. Like, I would do more girl scenes, but I don't know. I just dick doesn't. I don't know.
See,
Dick
I don't
is
shoot condom porn. Like the only
what
time
it.
you ever see a condom is if it's one of my clients that wanted to shoot with me and they didn't want to get testing. But the only people I shoot with at this point are established talents that stay regularly tested and that take my health and their health as important as I do,
Mhm.
or as seriously as I do. Sorry.
I just I'm not getting on any sort of birth control, so I would hate. And then the Texas law with abortion, so I would hate to get
Yeah.
pregnant. like
See
I,
that's
because
a valid reason, and that's a very good reason. So yeah, definitely. But like for me, like my tubes are tied. They've been tied for 5 years, and it's been amazing. And now I won't have periods, so I'll take all the cream pies. But I have a massive cream pie fetish. I'm actually planning on shooting a 10-man cream pie scene for my birthday.
Oh my gosh! So you're August Leo or July Leo? I forgot.
August
Okay, it's August what?
9th.
Okay.
We're
Shoot,
probably
I
not
need
going to
to
shoot it
come.
on my actual. Well, we might actually shoot it on my actual birthday if
I
I'm
need to
a
come
really good
vlog
birthday.
that event. Do Mr. Dollars uncut vlogs.
Absolutely, that'd be awesome. Have press coverage.
For the 10-man cream pie. Oh my gosh.
10-man cream pie game bay BBC man, like all black men.
Oh man, that's gonna sell all of them.
I'm going to be in absolute heaven.
All surrounding. No, I would like to try it just to be that submissive in like a circle full of them. But then I don't know. I just will try it once and be like, fuck it, let's try it.
I did a gangbang where I was the second. Like it was another girl's gangbang, and I was kind of just the assistant and the second in the bang.
Mhm.
And it was amazing. It is one of my best-selling scenes right now on ManyVids.
Okay.
And it was amazing. It was really a lot of fun, and I found a new thing that I love. I'm definitely a gangbang girl.
Okay, so let's talk about all the platforms you're on so people can go find you. So give us a long list, because what else people don't understand is when you're in this industry, you sign up for like 10, 15 different places that they can find you. And just so give us maybe your top like 6.
All right, so the best place to see me right now, I've got my 2 social medias is Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
Twitter is at Princess Havoc. The Instagram, or at Princess_Havoc. I'm sorry. Twitter is Princess_Havoc, and Instagram as Princess Havoc. I have my links up there, which go to my mini vids, which is Princess Havoc, my X videos, which is Princess Havoc Triple X.
Mm-hmm.
My two websites, princesshavoc.com and princesstripplexhavoc.com.
Okay.
It also has, I've got Premium Snap that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have OnlyFans that is more like my behind the scenes, cell phony, little fun escapade stuff.
Okay.
It's a more more my personal stuff that it's like, I want to have sex with you, so let's film it
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff than my more professional stuff. But I do throw some of my professional stuff up there.
Okay.
But the main place to find like clips is going to be at this moment my two websites or ManyVids
Okay.
that I have all of my newest content on.
Okay, yeah, so you definitely go check her out on ManyVids and her websites, and I'm gonna drop all those links down below, just so they know. So, what are you working on next? Soon as you
My
get past this recovery.
my first shoot out, let's see, I've got I'm going to be seeing Finney next week, I think, or the week after next when he's here in Atlanta. And I'm going to be helping him on the scene. We're going to do some non-vaginal things because I can't do anything from the waist down.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I was trying. I guess we lost track there for a second, but
That's okay.
I am gonna shoot with him. It is
Mhm.
gonna be condom because I do want a condom, but it's definitely gonna be super creative and just fun. So I'm excited for that too. And
I'm
then I
super
think
excited for you.
we're gonna do some booby stuff, obviously for Booby University, and yeah, and some skits and everything. So I feel like if I was gonna work with anyone in the industry, that it would be him. I feel like he's the one that's I can't say I just know many, but out of the ones that I know, probably the least creepiest. Like he doesn't give me like creep vibes or
Right.
just like he's just
Finney
there
is
for some
awesome.
pussy. Like it's about work, and I love that. And like his work ethic. Oh my gosh, his OnlyFans. Y'all need to go subscribe to his OnlyFans because that shit is lit.
Yeah, he has some great stuff up there.
Yes, so his OnlyFans, his mini vids, because man, his is lit. So that's what I'm gonna shoot with him. So you were saying, so I'm seeing him on the 11th. You probably got it the next week, or maybe the days
I want to
after
say like
that.
the 22nd or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
I have to check the messages. I just cause like, yeah, okay, just let me know when you're coming down because I'm not doing anything and I'm not doing anything this month because I'm just like I can't like today, like just standing up and doing all that, taking the dog out, that was a lot. So now I'll be sitting down for the next few hours because it's like it's just crampy and sore. But you know, um
okay, so where are y'all gonna shoot?
well, I don't know. Like pretty much, I'm going to help him with what the shoot that he has,
Okay.
and then we're gonna try. I think we're gonna try and see how I'm feeling and if we could do anything. If not, we're just gonna kind of hang out for a little bit, and I'm gonna be production assistant.
Okay, yeah, that'll
'Cause
be fun.
yeah, because I really, in addition to like I film and stuff, but I also do a lot of the production stuff. So I'm trying to learn more about the film side of things too, because I do have Princess Productions.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I want to start filming more. And so when people come to town, even if I can't shoot with them, I'm trying to say, hey, can I come help on set? Because I want to see how you do things. Because everybody has great things that they do, and everybody has some things that you could probably improve on. And
Mhm.
so if I take notes and I go and see how all these professionals that are so successful, how they're doing things, then it helps me to learn how to do things too.
Okay.
And a lot of people, if you say, hey, I'm trying to learn production, they're like, yeah, come here, let me tell you how to do this. And I'm like, that's a lot of information. Slow down.
Yeah. So when you come into this industry, so I started as a cam girl. You're your own photographer, your own editor, your
Mhm.
own makeup artist, your own stylist. It's like so many different roles, your own marketing director, your own
Yeah.
social media manager, your own distributor. Like you have to put it on these platforms yourself. You
Mhm.
know, it's like it's a lot of fucking work.
It really is, and I've been seeing a lot of these TikToks. They're, people have had their home businesses and stuff now, and
Mhm.
it's like it's really true. I hated working a 9 to 5 and making somebody else rich, so I quit that and I started working 100 hours a week for myself.
Mhm.
And it really is true. Like, I'll have fans that'll ask, they're like, they get irritated because I can't just sit and chit chat. I was like, dude, I understand that I want to talk to you and I appreciate your support and I love you to death. And this is nothing against you. I don't have time.
Yeah.
You know, I get hundreds of messages a day and I'm trying to book and I'm trying to do stuff. Like right now it's really slow. So it'll be a perfect time for my fans to hit me up and talk to me because I'm not doing anything. I'm stuck pretty much in bed. I'm just resting. So good time to talk to me when I'm not running around shooting. But when you see me say, I'm going to Vegas or I'm going to LA or I'm going to New York, when the day I'm saying I'm traveling is not the day to sit there and want to have a 3-hour conversation with me because I don't have time.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
what I
not,
tell
I
them.
don't want to be mean, but
Like, I have to let these people know, unless you are on my VIP OnlyFans, texting you is not for free. Like, I don't have time for this. So if you want me
Tori
to make,
Wolf said it last year, and it's something that I've changed. I'm living my life by because it was eye-opening. I do not have free time. I only have fee time.
yeah,
And I saw her say that on Twitter, and I was like, girl, I'm gonna start using that. That is the best line I have ever heard. And thank you, Tori Wolf, for that. Because that has completely changed my outlook on how I deal with people. I do not have time to hang out. I don't hang out. You wanna book me and pay my booking fee? We can hang out, do whatever we want when you book me. If you don't want to shoot, or if you want to book my time, and you want to take me to dinner, you're still paying for my time and dinner.
yeah, and that's what I let them know. Like, hey, if you want me just to, you can pay for, I call it my weekly girlfriend experience. Of course, everything is online, but if there was someone that wanted to take me to dinner and we're doing stuff, I'm all open for that. But of course, like you said, it's going to be some sort of fee. So if you want to text me all week and you want me to check on you in the morning times and send you night messages, and you need to purchase a package.
Yeah, it's called a girlfriend package or a daddy package or however people name it. But like it, you got the thing that a lot of the client, these fans, they don't get is, you know, and I'm lucky that a lot of my fans pretty much understand, you know, where I'm coming from. It's like, look, the more attention you, the more you spoil me, the more attention I give you.
Yeah.
So if you wake up today and just send me $20 because you were thinking of me, I'm going to be very, very happy that day. You know, would I have preferred you sent me 100? Yes. But you woke up and the first thing you wanted to do is send me $20 so that I could buy coffee and breakfast. That's really sweet. And I like it. And I respond to stuff like that.
Oh yeah, me too. Most definitely.
You know, that's how I feel loved. Is I gift giving is how I feel loved. And so if my fans want me to feel loved, then they send me tips, or they, you know, they buy gifts off my Amazon. And then I, of course, in turn send like videos and pictures and more chatting
Yeah,
and stuff.
it makes you want
It
to do
makes me
those
feel, yeah.
things.
When you do stuff for me, then it makes me want to do more stuff for you and give you more of my attention.
Yeah, and that's what I don't say it, but I guess some of them realize it. Like the guys I know that we're getting Skype shows with me 2-3 times a week, you might get a hey, good morning, how you doing, or just checking on you. Or like one of my regulars who always does a Skype show with me at least once a week, but he's very consistent and he does never ask me for discounts. Even when I'm doing discounts, he still pays the regular price. So like when he told me he had COVID, like I was genuinely checking on him. And so then I wasn't trying to be like, hurry up and get the show again. And then, but it makes them want to spend more money with you when you do that. So I think it's a win-win. You're spoiling me. You're going to get spoiled back. It's going to want to make you keep spoiling me. And I'm going to keep giving you my attention.
Exactly. And I wish more people understood that. Then they're like, oh no, you have to sit here and talk to me for days and days and days before I'm going to send you a tip. No.
Oh no, that's not how this
honey,
shit
that's
works.
not how this works. I had someone sit there and you do Skype shows. You'll understand this one more than probably a lot of people. Sends me a message, wants me to, he's calling me on video. And still sending me messages, and I'm not answering because I don't answer video calls unless you've purchased a video chat from me.
Yeah,
and
like you don't get no answer until you send that money, send that OnlyFans tip, cash out, that Venmo, something.
Yeah, you got to have something so that you can say that you've done that. But this dude's like $600 if you just answer the phone. I would like send it to my Cash App and I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll pay you when you answer. No, bruh.
No, that's not how this shit works. But they fool a lot of the new girls, and I feel so sad because I know these girls, they'll get on there and just do the most, and then they really think these guys are gonna send the money. But then it's like, ma'am, how can you be so naive to the fact that they're just not gonna send you the money? You have to get your money first. But then it's a lot of girls too in the industry, and they just scam the guys. They'll take their money and run off. So some of the guys are genuinely afraid like someone's gonna run off. But I always tell them, I say, look, go with your heart. So if you feel like I'm gonna run off with your money and you genuinely feel that way, move on to the next person. But at the same time, I always tell them I take pride in repeat customers. I like repeat customers over new customers any day
I like
because
building the rep relationship. I like building the friendship because, like,
yeah.
since yesterday, I've had 4 of my regular meat clients that they've been coming to see me for months.
Mm-hmm.
They hit me up. How are you feeling? Can I bring you anything? I know you can't do a meet, but you need any food? Do you want me to send you something? And it's made me feel really good. It's like, these are the guys that I remember that did that shit. And so when they're like, hey, I can't, I instead of my normal rate, I'm like 20 short or I'm like 30 short. Can I come see you anyway? Those are
Mm-hmm.
the ones that would be like, yeah, you know what? Let's work a deal out.
Yeah.
Because you actually cared enough to take 5 seconds out of your day to say, hey, how are you feeling? And like you pay attention to apparently you paid attention to me saying something was going on. And it's really touching to me that my fans actually care enough to check on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'm doing something right. They like
Yeah,
me.
and that's how I feel, and they make you feel special, and
They
it's just
do.
overall good feeling.
I had one of my friends who's not in the industry. She was talking to me, and her and her boyfriend were getting into it, and he had started being a little verbally abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And my instinct, of course, is like I don't tolerate that, and I'm quick on the block. Like, there's someone out there right now running my name through the mud, but I blocked it. And say whatever you're gonna say. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and the truth will out. And you know people will see the truth and on their own.
Yeah,
But she, I told her, I was like, she's like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I've learned something being in the industry. And she was like, oh God, more porn star advice. And I was like, yeah, advice from the porn star is that I have men pay me to treat me like gold. They pay me to spend time with them and they treat me like gold. Why on earth would you accept anything less for free? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, if I have a man who's paying to suck on my toes and he feels honored to just be in my presence, to
mm-hmm.
suck my toes because he thinks I am that beautiful or he thinks that I'm that cool. Yes, it's based on a fantasy. But
Yeah.
if I have a man who's paying to do that I had somebody buy me a pair of shoes just because I look sad, which was really the coolest day ever.
Yeah,
But it's like, if you have men that pay to treat you well, why would you accept shit for free?
yeah,
You are the prize. And then that's any woman, whether she's a supermodel all the way down to, because we're
mhm,
all beautiful in our own way. We all
mhm,
have things that make us beautiful.
yeah,
And so if men are willing to pay to do these things for paying, do not accept a regular off the street dude treating you like shit. You are the
mhm,
prize. They need to earn you.
yeah,
It is not okay to abuse people. It is not okay to talk down to people.
mhm.
Communicate like a grown up. Don't call people names. Like, do we have to go back to pre-K? Did we not? Did Barney the dinosaur not teach people enough? Come on,
This generation sure don't got those lessons.
girl, girl.
But yeah, but yeah. So, is there anything else you want to tell Doers to Dollars?
Hmm.
Want to share with us?
Love everybody. Take your medicine. Drink your water. I don't know. Did we miss anything? I feel like we covered a lot today.
Yeah, we did cover a lot. I can't wait to drop this one.
We always have like the deepest conversations.
Yeah, they really do. So I'm glad this is gonna work this time. Got the Zoom working because last time we recorded, I was so pissed off. But I don't know. I think that's why I got on my baby's computer, because she has a newer computer than me. And when I tested it out, because when Crib Mac told me he was gonna give me an interview or let me interview him, rather, I
How'd
was
that
like,
go, by the way?
it went really good. I drank a 40 ounce for the first time.
I can't wait to see it.
We chatted. He said he gonna bust my coochie hole and eat my booty hole and give me
Ooh,
his nickel bar. We
naughty.
just,
I love
yeah.
it.
But no, just telling me, about what he does, because he always says he gives back by the community. He says fives into the fours. So, but he every Sunday consistently like bringing food for the community and people down there on Skid Row and 55th Street and stuff, and really feeds them and stuff.
That's
And
great.
honestly, I wish he would get the tattoo removed off of his forehead that says Hoover Killer, like super big. Um, because he really is a good person. Like
I'm
he
sure
really,
that I'm sure there's a lot of people that take one look at him just having the tattoo on his face and automatically just dismiss him. But, I find some of the coolest people have like some of the most badass ink.
yeah,
Like I grew up going around bikers and shit. Like my parents hung around like Hell's Angels and shit like that. So
yeah,
like I knew all the bad guys when I was growing up, and like they were all genuinely at heart. They meant well and they had good hearts.
yeah,
And they just wanted to have fun. And yeah, I'm sure people do bad things, but I learned at a very young age that tattoos don't really necessarily dictate. You can't just say, oh, they've got tattoos on their face, they're a piece of shit.
yeah. Well, it's not so much the face tattoos as it is what the tattoo actually says. So it's like there's and okay, so it's different in Texas, and I'm sure it's different in other states, but in California, and I'm so sorry, I'm a square, y'all, when it comes to that world, so forgive me if I fuck this up. But there's Crips, and there's like, but within the Crips, it's so many different ones, right? So there's like neighborhood Crips, and there's Hoover Crips, but there's also Hoovers that aren't Crips. It's a lot of things that go on, but he has it tattooed on his forehead, right?
Can I show you how much of how lame I am? I just, so you're explaining this, I didn't understand it was a gang reference.
Oh yeah. So okay, so
You gotta tell me these things because I was extremely, extremely sheltered growing up.
okay.
Like I moved out when I turned 18 and had what they called schoolgirl syndrome, or Catholic schoolgirl syndrome, and ran crazy. So I still don't know stuff.
Yeah, so okay, so that's a gang. So like I said, it's the Crips.
So
But
now I
like
understand. Okay, yeah,
but
then yeah,
not
you
all
should probably
Crips,
get that
just
removed.
because you're a Crip from here and from here, you can be rivals too. And that's what I didn't know, that you can be under the same thing but still actually be enemies or ops, as they like to call it. Personally, I'm for everybody. I don't have a problem with anyone. Like I'm all good and I'm super for it, especially what I think in the sexual I'm more that's what I'm more not vanilla, but when it comes to that I'm definitely scared. Don't want to know.
Your mic went out weird.
You said what?
Your mic went weird for a second. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, he has that tattooed on his head, and I do wish he would get it off because like I said, he's a really good person and his heart's in the right place and is really trying to do the right things and in life. But some people just end up in some fucked up situations. But his clout's rising. He's becoming a more celebrity, famous or viral, at least for the most part. And you start getting more opportunities and more companies
Right.
want to work with you and stuff. But I could just see people not wanting to work with him because of that. But I really just genuinely want him to get all his money that he can,
Right, right.
because you know how I am with my friends. Like I would
Yeah,
consider him a
seriously, like
friend.
Y'all don't
Like how
know.
me
She
and
gets in my inbox and she will be like, "Girl, you got this. Oh, well, I got try this idea. This is you are like the biggest cheerleader. I love you so much. Like,
oh,
if I
thank
have a
you.
bad day, I can just talk to you and you turn it completely around."
Yeah. And so, like I'm like that with you, me and him talk a few times throughout the weekend stuff, and you really just get to know a person. So I want my friends to win. And that's why I didn't ask him for the interview. He offered the interview because I told him I was gonna make the money because he charges $500 for Zoom interviews and 1,000 for person interviews. But I was gonna save the money so I can get the Zoom interview from him. But he was like, no, you're good. But I really just want my friends to win. Like,
I'm the same way. Like, I get genuinely excited when my friends are like, "Oh, I've got this shoot that I just booked." I'm like, "Yay! I'm so."
yeah,
And
yeah,
like, I've had a couple of people be like, "Oh, you just want to shoot for yourself." I was like, "No, if I want the shoot, I'll go. If I want that shoot, I'll go get it myself. I'm excited that you got the shoot."
yeah,
And I do
mhm,
sometimes. I'm guilty of it. I'll be like, "Man, this girl, she's been in the industry long, well, not as long as I have, and why haven't I got that booking yet?" And of course, then I remind myself, bookings come with time.
mhm,
They'll come when I'm ready, and it's not been my time yet.
yeah,
Or maybe I'm not meant to work with that person, or maybe there's a plan for me to work with them at a later date and it's going to be better than whatever.
mhm,
So I do get a little envious sometimes, but who doesn't?
yeah.
But
It comes with the
you're always
territory.
literally like, you're one of the most just down to earth, coolest people. And like, seriously, I just tell Bobby, like, for Big Country, I was like, you got to have her on your show. You
Oh
got to
yeah.
have her on your show. You got to
Mhm.
have her on your show. She's so cool. You got to have her on your show. And like, I think, and of course, I think you said you guys had your interview and you're going to have him on your show now.
Yeah, I'm
And
going
like,
to. Yeah,
and I
it
love
went
that.
really
I
well.
introduced you to Julie, and you met Danica, and it's like, I love that we can do that with each other.
Yeah.
And I love seeing my friends succeed. And
Hmm.
it just, if my friends can do it, it inspires me to try harder and do it better for myself. And I love seeing everybody win.
Yeah, and I love giving credit to words, dude, because I told someone that I was shooting my first porn scene. They're like, "Oh, you've been hanging out with Danica and you did fans interview, and they probably convinced you to do it." But I said, "No, it was really Princess. I gotta give her the credit because without her, like, I wouldn't have met these people." I think I started following him after you. I wasn't following him for a while. Like, I just caught up on game with like who he is and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we shot in, like, I think it was March of last year.
So then after
And
me and you started talking, I followed him and I got his interview. And, I just always tell people, no, I met these people through Princess.
I
But,
like sharing, I like trying to share everything, because
mhm,
I think there's enough success in the industry for all of us.
yeah.
And contrary to rumors going around, I want everybody to be happy, and I want us to all be peace, love, and peace, love, and rock and roll, everybody.
Hmm.
Like, I
For
don't want there to
sure.
be beefs. I think it's horrible that it's like high school and everybody has to have a beef with somebody, and
Hmm.
everybody's ops and everybody's this and everybody's out to get everybody. And it's like, yo, we're all have the same goal. We all want to make money, and we all want to have fun, and we all want to
Yeah.
make great content and great stuff. Let's
Hmm.
just cut the drama and be friends and do it together, because there's enough people in the world that are attacking the sex industry,
Yeah. We
that
shouldn't do
we
it
need
to
to
each
really
other.
band together and be more united, and stop trying to stop always trying to get something over on somebody.
Yeah.
Not everybody's trying to manipulate shit. And
Hmm.
let's just work together to make a better industry that we can be proud of and say, yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is solid. We're solid people that
Hmm.
work here. I mean, we all have our problems. Everybody's fighting a battle that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Jada Bands was a perfect example. She was one of the happiest people that I have ever met, and her smile could light a room up, and she just always made you feel like the most important person in the room when she was talking to you.
Hmm.
And she recently committed suicide because she felt so sad in this world,
Yeah.
and nobody knew. And it was a hard, that's a hard loss, because
Yeah.
nobody knew, and it just came out of nowhere. And you know, and like Finney was one of her really good friends, and it hit him especially hard. And it's like, I've seen some people that are just so devastated by, like, I only met her in person one time and I was devastated
Mm-hmm.
when I found out what happened. I cried and I was just like, it was just a senseless loss,
Yeah.
completely senseless. And I even like, I just couldn't that day. I didn't see clients. I didn't do anything. I was just like, guys, I can't. This is like, there's no sense in why she felt this way, that she had to do that.
Yeah.
Like, how did we as an industry let her feel that alone?
Yeah.
Because how many of us feel that way on a daily basis?
Yeah.
And, you know, I actually that day decided, I was like, how can I honor Jada's memory the best? What can I do that, you know, I mean, like, yeah, we can donate money to her funeral expenses. We can share the suicide hotline numbers all we want, but what can we physically do to help people and help this never happen again, and help maybe her loss mean something?
Yeah.
I just couldn't wrap my head around it. The only thing I could come up with was to love each other better. You
Yeah.
know, if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, reach out and check out on them. See how are you doing? You
Mm-hmm.
okay? Love each other
Yeah.
better. It's not freaking hard. Don't go make your mission to destroy somebody. Make it your mission to love them even when they're the hardest to love.
Yeah.
You know, don't excuse bad behavior, but try and understand that you don't know what battles that they're fighting behind closed doors. You know, just try and be better to each other.
Yeah. I think people, we need more compassion and kindness. So I was moving forward into this year. I want to interview rappers that don't talk about this senseless acts of violence. Like I'm a, try to reach out to different kinds of rappers or people in the industry because I don't want to promote more violence. I don't want to think like what I
I
agree
like
with
it.
what they're talking about. So I was thinking about that, or just maybe having some different rappers on the show and like really break that down, because I think it's a lot of beef in that world as
I can
well.
smoke to that.
But yeah, so I think we've pretty much touched on everything. And once you get to feeling better and get to doing some more work, we'll definitely get another interview in. And thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Love you, girl. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, love you too. Thanks.
Bye.